What's up everybody, it's Mike back again today, MF Vape. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Right, today we've got another single cord RTA, and this one is from iJoy called the Captain Elite. Now it holds 2 ml of e-liquid with the straight glass and 3.5 with this included bubble tank which I've got installed at the moment, and it's sitting on top of the Nunchaku device, and the review for this can be found on my channel if you'd like to check that one out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down low, we're going to show the box that it comes in, we're going to throw a little build in this one today as well, and then we'll come back up top and I'll tell you what I really think of the iJoy Captain Elite RTA. Okay, see you down low in a bit. Right, so here's the iJoy Captain Elite RTA. So it comes in a black, stainless steel, gunmetal, rainbow, yellow, white, pink or green editions. We've either got 2 millilitres or 3 millilitres in capacity, depending on whether you use the straight or the bubble glass. It's 22.5 by 46.1 millimetres. So inside the box, you'll find this baggie here, the piece of cotton. You've got an Allen key, a coil, some O-rings, and a spare gasket for the top fill on here, and a couple of screws. There's your bubble glass section that holds 3.5 millilitres. There's also a screwdriver there, and here is the actual RTA. Right, so you'll see we've got this Ultem 510 fitting sloping drip tip held on with a couple of O-rings here. You'll find that even though this is 510 compatible, some of your 510s may be a bit long in the actual depth, so you just need to find that out when you actually get it. But I found that only a couple of my aftermarket ones actually fit in here, because some of them do tend to sit like that instead. So that's the thing. So you'll notice on top we've got push here, so we'll do that, and that exposes your top fill. So you really do need to use fine needle tip bottles in this one, but that's where your juice goes down there. Nice and easy to push though, this top fill, it's lovely. So on the other side we have Captain written on there. This is the Captain RTA's little brother basically. So we've also got Elite written on the chimney section. It's nice and minimalist though, because it's actually engraved or laser etched in stainless steel still. So on the bottom we've got designed by iJoy and then Elite written there. Usual markings. Floating 510, so not to be used on a hybrid mechanical device, but there is a peak insulator. Right, we've got fully adjustable airflow. Nice tolerances on this airflow. And there is a stopper, so you can have it fully open on both sides or reduce it as such, and it will be the same on both sides. And you can close it off completely, and then you can unscrew it from the actual chimney section. So this glass piece does come off. So inside the chimney, see there's a little bit of doming going on there. It's quite a narrow chimney section, so that does aid with the flavour. And here you can see the actual bore for the airflow. Looks to be about 6 millimetres, 5 or 6. Right, so all this piece here is one piece. We've got the fat O-ring around here. We'll just get the bubble tank here. Now what I suggest is putting a bit of e-liquid around here, so it makes it a little bit easier to get this glass on. Right, so onto the deck section. So we've got a fully gold plated deck. There's your very tiny Phillips screws. They are relatively strong. They tend to work okay with the Coil Master screwdriver. I've had no dramas at all with them. But you'll notice that we have, this is your positive block. You can see by the PEEK insulator that actually surrounds it. The airflow, so we've got the airflow travels through the bottom and up through the actual posts and comes out side airflow. There's no bottom airflow with this one. So it comes out to the side directly onto your coil. I tend to raise my coil slightly so it hits the bottom underside. But yes, your coil sits like this, and then the wicks feed through into these wicking ports here. So it's a traditional style RTA. So now it's time to throw a little build in this, so we'll just unscrew these screws. Okay, I've got my coil. It's a Chris Grimes Alien coil, stainless steel, 3mm inner diameter. And the coil legs I've cut to around about 3.5mm. Get your coil nice and central. Right, so I've been using this all week, so it's already bedded in. So we'll let that cool down and then we can put some wick in it.
Life's full of pure
Okay, that's the iJoy Captain Elite, coiled and wicked up. So let's go back up top and I'll tell you what I think about it. Back up top we've got the iJoy Captain Elite RTA. This time we got it sitting on top of the Lyra. Now I borrowed the drip tip off the Springer S RTA because the black matches the black mod nicely there. Because that's my first con actually with the one that comes with it. It is an Ultem and it looks a bit naff on certain mods in my opinion. Now I do like the shape of it and it feels really comfortable in the mouth, so that is a good thing, but I wish they'd included a spare black one that's exactly the same as this and it would have been really good. Now this has got a lovely top filling mechanism on there. It's really easy to undo, so if you've got problems with your dexterity of your hands or anything, this is a really good top fill on here. One thing to be pointed out though, because the hole, the juice filling port is rather small on here, you are going to have to use your fine tip needle bottles, because if you've got the slightly fatter ones, you'll find that it just creates a bubble and then juice doesn't actually go into the tank and it's really annoying, so you do need to use your fine tipped ones. Now it's got nice easily adjustable airflow on the mod. It is a little bit of a restriction there, but I quite like it, and the fact that you can actually do it whilst it's on the mod is a very good thing. Now I've had no problems with leaking from this particular RTA also, and I think most of it's down to the fact because the airflow is actually, even though this is bottom airflow, it's actually from the side, so it's very hard for the e-liquid to actually find its way down to come out of the airflow slots. So I'm really happy with the fact that most of my bottom airflow devices, you will encounter some sort of seeping or leaking at some point, but this one I've had absolutely zero leaking, so that's definitely a plus point in my book. Now the fit and finish of this is really good. Machining's really good. The threads are nice on this, because I've got it in stainless, we've got no paintwork to flake off anyway, but the O-ring tolerances are generally really good. There's no like in your face markings or logos on here. There's just, you know, minimalist logos, and it does say Captain somewhere on the top, but I like the fact that it just looks like a nice plain looking RTA. Right, let's just give you another toot. The airflow I get from this is one of the smoothest I've experienced from a single coil RTA. You can just take a whatever size length drag you want, and it's just nice and smooth. There's no turbulence whatsoever I'm getting from this. It's one of the best airflows from a tank that I've experienced, so very happy with it. Now, what is the flavour like? It's really good, the flavour on this. It's up there with some of the other single coilers I've got. The Hot 6 Centre's another good one. The Zestia, the Springer S. They're all on a parallel in my opinion. There's another one which I've forgotten. We've got the Serpent SMM. There's lots of good single coilers out there. It's not blowing me out of the park again, but the fact this has got really nice airflow and it doesn't leak means that this one will be staying in my rotation for sure. Now the price point, I got this from Greyhays in the UK, and I think it was something like £14.50. Now where's my invoice? Yeah, because it's been out for a good 6 months or probably even longer than that, you can pick it up for £14.50 at the moment at Greyhays, and they also had a 15% off at the time as well, so I picked it up for something like £11.50. So it's an absolute steal for that money. It's very easy to build on this one, and the wicken's not too finicky either. You just put it into those juice flow wells and it wicks like a champion. I'll just show you some examples. I'll give it a little chain vape. As you can see, it just keeps up with the wicking. There's absolutely no dramas at all with the wicking on this one. So all in all, I would say this is a top RTA. Thumbs up to iJoy with this one, and at the moment you can pick it up for like £14.50 from Greyhays. I'm not sure if they've got any more in stock, but I purchased it about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and so for that money I think it's a steal. It's a very nice flavour, really smooth airflow, it's built really well, and yeah, I just think it's a top RTA. So that about wraps it up for this one, guys. Thank you all for watching. Now if you want to check out my website, please do. It's mf8.co.uk. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, there's plenty more of the same. If you'd like to hit the subscribe button and make sure you click the bell notification for notifications of all my latest videos. Now a special thanks to all of my subscribers out there. I really appreciate all of your continued support. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching, and cheers.